This is Daily Dose of Daryl, Viewer's Digest. This is Season 4, Episode 4, October 28th through November 3rd, 2024. It's entitled Lifelong Contemplation. From the earliest ages I can remember when I started thinking, I started contemplating things, gave it serious thought, critical thinking, to see what's true and not, and valid or not. I began to look at words of wisdom, and some of them today I have looked at various things in life. I have looked at photographs that I've taken, and it inspired different kinds of thoughts. Some I've heard in the past, can't remember who said them. I have 7 of them for you today, and so we're going to begin to look at each of these, and I encourage you to take more than just the 60 seconds I'm giving to it, to spend some time contemplating, which means giving it some time and serious thought. Monday. The artist depends on diversity and contrast for a masterpiece. Now, whether you're doing a painting, a photograph, or making a movie, looking over at all the masterpieces overseas in many of the museums, like in the Louvre in France, any of these things you look at, diversity and contrast is important. For instance, don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to have a variety of people in your life. Don't be afraid to add different things that you've never tried before. Meet with different people than you consider yourself to be. Look at different ideas. The artist depends on this diversity and contrast to come up with a masterpiece. I believe my Creator wants me to understand different situations. Think about that on this Monday. What type of diversity in your life and what kind of contrast is taking place? Tuesday. Shine your light down the dark paths of life. Everybody goes through a time in their life that may be seemingly a dark time. Maybe it's grief, maybe it's conflict, maybe it's health challenges. Whatever it might be, there's a time there that you need a little extra light to see how to go down that path. When we shine our light down our path that become dark, it also lights the way for other people. You may not realize that someone's watching you, but the light that you bring to a situation can also help them. Consider on this Tuesday where you're able to shine your light down the dark paths of life and where you might be able to help others see the way. Wednesday. Reflect the good. Now, these newfangled cameras that we have that are on these newfangled phones are amazing. I actually took this picture with my cell phone. Okay, I remember when I didn't take pictures on cell phones because they hadn't been invented. In fact, we just had cameras when I came along that had film in it and just a little bit of film. But look at this now. That reminds me that piece of rock, sand, moon rocks or whatever, that's the moon. And by itself, it's nothing really but a dark piece of material. But when the sun shines on it, it reflects that light back and becomes a mysterious, romantic type of object in the sky that's fascinated people from the beginning. And that's good. We need to reflect light to people, but also reflect good values, reflect good decisions, reflect good ideas, reflect good talents and energy into the world. So, on this Wednesday, remember, reflect the good. Thursday. Observe the masses and do the opposite. I was coming back from a trip the other night, and when I turned to go back home, I realized that the entire highway from where I was near the interstate all the way back down a few miles was bumper-to-bumper traffic. So I took a really kind of mysterious photograph at night of that line of traffic. But it reminded me of my life. Over the period of time, I have developed the thought that when you see everybody else doing it, perhaps look at what the other way is. And most of the time, you'll find some new ideas, opportunities, and things that take place for you that others don't. I like having a flexible schedule because when everybody's locked up in the cubicles from about 9 or 10 in the morning till lunch break, you can go out and do things without a lot of interference or traffic. And then from about 1 in the afternoon till about 4, when they start getting out again, they're in the cubicles, you can go out out and do more. I try to plan my schedules so I can observe the masses and do the opposite. We need to also do that in life, not just follow the trends or what everybody else seems to be doing, but take the time to contemplate what's right, which direction's right, and spend the time in serious contemplation and make good decisions in life. Friday. Catch the moment when it's happening. If you're going to take a picture of a sunset, you don't need to spend a lot of time contemplating that. You can contemplate what you're going to do quickly, and you can contemplate a lot afterwards after you take the picture. But when that sun is going down, that landscape in the sky is constantly changing with each movement. And the closer it gets to the horizon, the quicker it moves, and the quicker it changes. So you need to be ready and start taking your pictures right then. I'll get a different place to take it from. Maybe I'll move over here to do it. By the time you get to that new place, that moment is gone. That's true in our life, with our families, our friends, our jobs, whatever it is we're involved in life. Those catchable moments come along just right then. We can plan for the future. We can learn from the past. But the only time we have, really, is that moment right now when it's happening. So be sure not only to catch those moments photographically or whatever, but catch those moments in your life when that student is teachable, when that person is ready to listen, when something is happening that's important, be ready to catch it. Saturday. Make the most of your resources. Now, living in a community that has HOA. Now, I never knew what an HOA was, but I do now. But I appreciate it because it holds us all to a certain standard. We don't let our whole neighborhood just go down and down. There are certain standards. And with that HOA comes certain benefits, like a clubhouse with a tennis court, and now a pickleball court, and a swimming pool, and a weight room, and all of these different things, a playground. But they're there to be used. So you must learn to make the most of your resources. In our lives, it's not only physical things like we have talents, we have gifts, we have ideas, we have all kinds of resources that's been placed in our care. And we must learn to make the most of those resources. What is it that you have control over in your life? And where is it that you can spend those and utilize them and enjoy them in your life to make life better, not only for yourself, but for your neighbors also? Sunday. Always have a window to the world. I learned that years ago. I heard a man say, I always have my window where I can look out at the world going by. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. And when I had this particular house, there's an upstairs room that's an art studio. And so when I got up there, I looked at that window, and there was some trees out there that were blocking the view. And the view is a beautiful lake with all kinds of great scenes across the street. So I trimmed the tree back slightly to open up that window to the world. Now I can see traffic going by. I can see the geese landing on the lake. I can see all kinds of things taking place. So that reminds me that in our life, we have eyes and ears and all kinds of receptors to the world. But we must be sure not to let something cloud our eyes or cloud our view or cover up what it is we need to see and hear, particularly when it comes to truth. And so be sure that you have a window to the world and that it's open and ready for you to receive the good things that are there for you. This is Darrell R. Peebles, the man behind the microphone, bringing you something positive each day from the Peebles Motivation Bureau, both positive, personal, and professional. Remember, there are 3 divisions: digital, real life, and print. But in the digital, we have not only the YouTube channel, but the website, Zoom events, and much more. In the real life, we do pulpit supply, funerals, weddings, magic shows, keynote speakers, and more. And in the print division, not only books, but magazine articles, newspapers, and custom artwork. Locally ordered books from me can get signatures and special discount. This one is already out and about, helping others. Churches and pastors have special discounts. I appreciate you, your ideas, and support. Keep them coming. These are other areas that I might be able to help you, and these are my contact points. This is Daily Dose of Darrell, responding to the free and gracious gift of God. I am using humor, the art of illusion, modern technology, and decades of serving God and communities hearts to work every day to uncover the beauty in all people and experiences coming my way, endeavoring to educate, entertain, and inspire. Each dose on this channel can help move us toward a better, healthier, and more informed mind, body, and spirit. I'm excited to be a small part of the expanding of our capacity to learn, love, and forgive, and together leave this world a better place for all. God bless you.